Have you ever loaded up a Minecraft world and just looked at the terrain around you and thought, what would this look like if I built a nice house on it? Well, as a Minecraft player, I love to build and create wonderful towns, landscapes, and even villages to later walk through and then enjoy them. And that's exactly what we're doing today, where I'm creating the first build in this Minecraft survival world. But first, we need to set some rules. 1. I'm using the foliage texture pack to re-enhance Minecraft flowers, leaves, and mushrooms to look better inside the game. 2nd, I'm turning fire tick off. Like I said, I like to build, and I don't want to see those builds burn up in a fire. Now let's create the world. I really like this spawn, but I think to officially start this Minecraft world, we need to chop down our first tree. And with that, we can make our first tools in this world. I definitely want to upgrade to stone tools so I can mine iron. And we have ourselves a furnace. I see a plains over there, and oh, is that a village? That is a village. Yeah, I'm going over there for sure. This is a really cool plains biome. I like it. I definitely want to settle in a plains biome. I guess while we're here, there's a lot of sheep, so I can just gather their wool for a bed. And with that, a bed. As I was making my way over to the village, I came across a cave. Whoa, this river just... What? I guess we have iron now. Hopefully there's no mobs. Ooh, it extends down. Getting pretty low on hunger, so I'm not gonna go caving. Alright, I need to find some coal so I can smelt some of this iron. Oh, looks like we have some right here. Oh, I can't even sprint anymore. Yes, and we can finally eat some food. Looks like there's another cave over here. Is there any more iron? I'm not seeing any. I do see more coal, though. Alright, let's go check out this village. Sorry, villagers, but I will be taking your iron golem. This part is always so terrifying. Bam! Wacham! Kazam! Habam! And a boom! We can make ourselves a shield. Dude, look at the sunset setting over this plains biome. This is so pretty. And I do need to sleep. I think I'm gonna trap some of these villagers so they don't die. Oh, there's more houses over here. Nice, I didn't see this. And you, my friend, are going to stay in that house forever. What's in this chest? Ooh, golden carrots. We have armor and iron nuggets. All of our iron's smelted up. Now we can finally start crafting some good iron. I think I'm gonna go... I don't want to walk that far. We're just gonna skip out on the other wind portal for now. You know what, maybe I will go venture off that way. I kind of want to see what's over there. Yes, there's a spruce biome over there. I definitely want the spruce because the starter base is definitely going to be made out of spruce. At least some of it is. You know, it totally left my mind. I forgot you could use leaf litter as a fuel source. I should have thought about this sooner. We've made it. Time to collect some spruce wood. But I'm mostly here for the saplings. Look at the pig! I don't think I've ever seen this one in game. I've seen all the other animals. Not this variant, at least. Oh, this is beautiful. My inventory is very full right now. I need to get a bundle. Because this is a mess. Alright, I am looking for iron. Is there any iron down here? No iron, but there is zombies. Oh. There's more? How many zombies were there? Jeez. A mine shaft. There's a mine shaft. Just gotta make my way past the skeleton. Yep, I heard a spider. And there it is. Hi, buddy. I just want to grab the coal. It's in the cobweb. Well, at least we know we can maybe find a spider spawner. But I do have another way of getting XP that I would like to try out. There's iron over here. running out of space for my stuff. How do I make a bundle? I don't know how to make a bundle. Do I need more leather? Wait, is it like... No. Oh, you just... one leather. Well, I have found myself in the other part of a mine shaft, and... ooh, an infinity book. That's nice. Rails, I'm not going to take... We have more iron, but what I was going to say is there is a creeper and a spider blocking my way out of here. Alright, what's down here? It just goes down further. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Well, I found a lush cave, but moss is definitely what I want. It'd be really awesome if I got diamonds. Oh, I really, really want some diamonds. Oh, we have a mob spawner. Ah, he can hit me. Let's hold off for that for now. You know what? We're gonna tackle this. We're not gonna tackle that today. Nope. Alright, I think I'm just gonna go back up. Yeah, no. Diamonds! Yes! I need to first smelt down some iron first. Alright, I really hope there's more than one. Yes! 4, 5, 6, 7 diamonds. Let's see if we can find our way back out. Wait, is that a way out? I think that's a way out. Alright, let's just go up. Perfect. It goes up and then back down. I think the farther I go in here, the more I get lost. We found more diamonds! Ooh, and it's a big vein. We are up to 19 diamonds already. And we finally made it out. Jeez, I was really lost in that cave. We are not going back down there. But it's kind of a win-win because we got a lot of diamonds. Before we do any more exploring, I think I need to start gearing up and find myself a better food source. I guess before I do any of those tasks, I need to set up camp here. I was just wandering around here because I was curious what was over here, and there's a pink sheep. So let's trap him in a boat. And now we have one. He will stay there for a long time. A really long time. Until I figure out what to do with him. I see another village in the distance. I think I can make it before nighttime. This village is so pretty. It's just sitting on the hill over there. Oh, this village is so pretty. I'd love to transform this someday. There's so many houses. It's like 2 villages in one. This view is really cool. And there's a blacksmith. But I don't think anything beats this view with this big hillish mountain. And this mountain just, oh, it's so pretty here. And there's absolutely nothing in here. I'm debating if we should build our base here. I just love the view. Now we have to go all the way back to get our stuff. Alright, now I have to figure out how to put all this in one inventory. We somehow managed to do that, and now let's just head back. Now, I kind of want to settle off over here in this direction, but where should I put a base? I think a base right here could be really cool, just looking over the ocean. But I think up here is going to do it, as we get the view of the ocean, but we get the view of everything else as well. Yeah, I'm settling here. Now, I really want to get better gear, so let's set for the mines. I think I'm just going to dig down to diamond level, and we're going to build the mine entrance next episode. Okay, I just ran into some problems. Ooh. this is like a perfect sphere. What the heck? Weird cave generation aside, I continued to mine to diamond level, but I ran into this instead. Okay, we found a pretty massive cave. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Oh no. Oh, I died. Okay, I can get my stuff back. At least I can make my bucket of water. I need water though. And this is why it's not a hardcore world, because I just suck at Minecraft. I gotta land this. Haha. Alright, I believe this is everything. Now I just gotta... Okay, maybe don't do that. Don't do that. That was a terrible idea. I guess I explore it. Oh, yep. And that's... that's deep dark. We are not... skeleton. What? I'm being dumb right now. Get away. Please be more than one. Please be more than one. Really? Just one. Dude! You just gotta keep mining around them. That didn't work. Nope. I thought that creeper was gonna explode and hit them, but that just did not happen. My shield still has good durability. I'm gonna try. That's one. That's two. I think by the end of mining this mine, we can make full diamond armor. Woo! That guy scared the crap out of me. I guess I'm also hoping to find a spawner in this cave, because that would be extremely useful. And just like that, the iron armor is coming off, and the diamond armor is coming on. I do have to figure out how I'm going to make this all work. And I think just a staircase downwards to that level will do the trick. And something like this should do the trick. Alright, now I want to try to get an enchantment table with max 30 enchantments. Of course, I don't have any resources for bookshelves, so we're just going to plant some sugarcane down and harvest it later. Wait. Since when can you place sugarcane underwater? What? Has that always been a feature in the game? I've trapped all these cows in this one pen, and now it's just basically a waiting game of me breeding and every 5 minutes coming back to breed more cows. While we wait for the sugarcane to grow, I think we need to start working on the starter base. In order to build a base, we need resources, so I'm down in the mines to gather some andesite. I need a lot of deep slate, so I finished the staircase going down to diamond level to mine deep slate and tough blocks. Now we're out of the mines, digging up sand as I need a lot of concrete powder and glass. I forgot to gather gravel, so I'm down in the mines again to gather it up. Now it's time to craft on all the materials we just gathered. There's still a lot of more materials I need to get, but I don't have those yet, so I need to go find a mangrove swamp and a jungle biome. It looks like we got the jungle biome and the mangrove swamp right next to each other. That is amazing. I thought this was going to take a lot longer than that to find both biomes. I came here for the propagules, not for the logs, as I can just grow the trees home. I will also be needing mud. And I won't be forgetting about the jungle either. Great, that's all I needed. Now I can head back home. Now, it's getting a little bit crowded in here, and I think it's about time I start doing this. How many books can we make? 8. 8 books. We're gonna need a lot more than that. So let's craft a hoe, gather some wheat and seeds, and plant a wheat field right here, because I'm gonna need a lot more wheat to breed more cows. This should do the trick for now. I'm going to need a lot of copper for this build, and I only have 14. I need to fix that. So I ventured out in the world to find caves with copper inside them. Side note, I totally underestimated how much copper I was going to have to mine. I thought I would only need a few stacks, but I ended up mining 8 stacks of copper just to craft it all down into 3 stacks of materials. Copper is smelting, wheat is growing, and while I'm waiting on the cows, I need to make myself a sheep pen. And right here should do the trick. I need a sheep pen because I'm gonna need a lot of gray wool. And this pen should suffice. Now I just gotta get some sheep. Come here, sheep. I want you as well. Come on, get in here. Single file. There you go. And now that they're all light gray, I can harvest their wool. Sadly, I'm gonna need a lot more wool than this. The next material on the list is acacia wood, and I don't have any, so I need to go find an acacia biome. Looks like there's not one far from base. That's nice. Now time to gather the wood. Ooh, and it looks like there's a village over here. I can stay the night. Back at the future starter base, I need a lot of dirt, so I'm clearing room for the future starter base to later sit on, and also clearing room for the future terraforming in front of the base. I know it looks ugly now, but once we actually build a house around this, it'll look a lot better. And we're definitely gonna fix up the terrain in front of the house. I have been gathering a lot of resources, and I need a break, so I think it's time to build. And building we shall. And to start the terraforming, I am adding a coarse dirt road sloping down the hill, and then using the dirt we just mined out to smooth the hill and filling in the gaps with large boulders to break the terrain up a bit. Now, there is still this big open space. We will deal with that in the next episode. But the terrain is looking super good as this pathway leads you up to the future starter base. Big sidetrack here, I got a little distracted and wanted to get a villager trade with Silk Touch. So I trapped a librarian in the house and kept re-rolling his trades until I got the Silk Touch book trade. And I'm not even joking, it only took 4 tries until I got the trade. I've never had this much luck while dealing with villagers ever. Then I put the enchantment on my axe. Why my axe? Well, I need honey. So I'm going through a forest and placing a campfire under a beehive and coming back at night to Silk Touch the beehive with all the bees in it. I repeated this process until I had about 7 to 8 beehives. I need the honey from the hives to wax the copper we spent so long mining earlier, so the copper will not oxidize and turn green. Back at home, I needed to give the bees a home that they will enjoy for the rest of their days on the side of a hill we just terraformed. I had to replace the floor with dirt so I could place flowers down for the bees to collect their pollen from, and they can create their honey. Remember all that copper I mined up earlier? Well, it's all crafted up and I just need to wait for it to age down. And don't you worry, this is not it. There's even more over here. I have to wait so long for this to age. So long. And here's a time lapse of all that copper aging, and you will notice that almost none of them have even oxidized to the second stage. I have been waiting 3 hours for copper to oxidize, and almost half of them aren't even oxidized down fully. I keep hearing zombie noises. Where are they coming from? Are they under this rock? Oh, yep, and there's a creeper. No, don't! I got extremely lucky there. I was extremely lucky there. Oh, my rock. It's ruined. Alright, I moved all the copper stairs farther apart from each other, so hopefully that should help them age faster. And with another hour of waiting, we finally have all the copper to build with. But sadly, there are still 2 more blocks we need to gather. The pale moss block and the basalt. Oh, we have a wandering trader. Please have a pale moss block. Oh, we have pale moss wood, but no block. I don't know where he went, you know. Should have brought better trades. I think I'm going to place the portal right here. Scary. Okay, we haven't gotten the best spawn. This is really annoying terrain. Holy cow. Is that a bastion? No, it's a ruined portal. This is the sketchy part. Alright, how much gold can I make? Ooh, perfect. Enough to make a helmet. Now I don't have to worry about piglins. I just gotta make sure I'm not gonna get lost. While we're here, I will take some glowstone. Alright, there's a basalt delta over there. That's perfect. I need that. Ow. Oh no. Ooh, that hurt. Alright, we came for the basalt. Oh my gosh. Is that a fortress? It is a fortress. Ow. Let's venture this way. Where did he go? Thank you for the blaze rod. Nether wart room. Yes. Free diamonds. There's a skull. It dropped a skull. Yes. Okay, that was the 3rd wither skeleton I fought, and I got a skull from that. Oh boy. Let's head our way back, because I do not want to be here any longer. Is that my portal? I think it is. Yep, and that's my cobblestone pillar. Perfect. Oh no. And we're making it out. Well, we made it out alive. Now all we need is pale moss. I ventured a lot that way. Same with that way and that way. So I guess I go this way. Luckily, the entire journey was on water. So the adventure wasn't too long, and I sailed across the ocean until I found this. There's a pale garden over there. I was about to say I found a dark oak first, but I didn't realize there was a pale oak one. I got the saplings, and now it's time to head home. Alright, we have made it home, and we can finally start building. I think I can start taking materials out of the chest. We're going to start off with a foundation of some tough blocks, like this. And the door is going to go right here. And it's going to be a jungle door, just for fun. Over here, we could carry on the palette we have. And now to change it up a bit, and add some more shading, I want to add some deep slate. And it kind of gives that nice blend in between the blocks. And for our darkest shadow, we're going to use the outside texture of basalt. I carried the texturing on this side, and now I think it's time for a window. Right here, with the copper grates. Frame it a bit better, a spruce trapdoor, and a flower pot. Perfect, I like that. I continued this palette across the rest of the build, and added some pale moss block to the back of the build. Now, there are a lot of empty spaces around here, and most of them are going to be filled with windows. And this window is going to have some shutters that are open, a campfire that's going to be extinguished, with a fence gate post there, just to give that little awning bit. I did do that on this side, except I forgot the campfire. Now for the back side, just like the front side, we're going to have another window, except this one's going to be 4 wide. A flower pot, and 2 spruce trap doors to frame it in. The door is going to be almost the same. And just for fun detail with no little purpose, there's going to be a little awning. We do a bit of a trim here with our wood and mangrove, like so, and we can even mix in a bit of planks. And we're going to do that by adding some little bit of color difference and shading with the jungle wood, and we're going to be mixing in some oak wood as well. And I think this combination is going to create a really cool effect. As if you step away, You can easily tell it kind of blends in with each other. And we can have our window right here, topped off with a campfire and some ladders. Now, it does look a little too extreme, especially from up close, so I think we can blend that in with adding some signs and buttons. And to top it off, we can add our darker color of woods as a frame. And that's going to do it. We are going to do the exact same thing on this side. And we also are filling this in with our jungle and oak wood. The rest of the upper half of the build will be made out of the same block palette. Despite this huge hole in the wall, the house is looking really good. Now, it does look a little flat in the front here, so I want to build up a patio with some wooden pillars going up and a spruce slab floor. The tops of these can be spruce trapdoors, and for the railing, I do want to add some hanging signs. We can also add a bench here that's looking out at this amazing view. I did want to have an overhang over this, but it just turned into a big brown blob mess, so I think this is fine for now. If we want to add more stuff, we can always do that, because it still is looking a little bit flat. Maybe some spruce signs can help over here. A little better. And now all this place needs is a roof, which is going on now, and we're finally using the carpet we aged down earlier, along with the jungle wood. And don't worry, we are filling that open gap with a large mud brick / dirt chimney. I am really proud of how this turned out. We still need to get to the interior, which we will do. I also added this little window here, just to break it up a bit. Now, entering the house, I did lay out some floors, but there is this little gap, which I'm going to want to build more of a carpet instead of, tiles? And I've been seeing a lot of people doing this recently, but I kind of want to have a trim going around the carpets. Now, right here is looking a little ugly with all this texturing and stuff. It looks good from the outside, but not the inside. So I want to add some spruce accents. We're going to have some plank trims, and fill the rest with our stripped spruce log. That's what this is. And right here, I think I'm just going to add a little doorway frame, like this, and I like it. Now, in this gap here, we're going to do the exact same thing with this, where we're going to have another wall. But instead of just being a spruce wall, I want to add a window in, right here, to look over the kitchen. I do want to add a little archway in here as well, like this. Perfect. And now as you enter the house, you are greeted with a cool carpet and a nice wall to look at into the kitchen. But once you make your way over here, it's looking a little weird, especially on this side. So I want to fix that by adding some wood as a trim and making another little archway with our stairs and trapdoors. And now you have a nice entrance to the future storage room. But the ceiling doesn't look the best. Much better. And I do want to add another spruce accent over here. And right here with the chimney going up is going to be our oven, where we can add some mud bricks and our stairs. Where inside the chimney, I do want to add some furnaces. Where I have the idea we can add a campfire here, a slab, and a stair. And look at that, the fire goes through the slab. Really looks like smoke is actually entering up the chimney. And now I do want to have a way of getting up to the top, where we can open up a hole there and add a ladder with a spruce trapdoor. And to frame in this roof, we're just going to have a row of stairs, and the rest is just going to be framed in with our slabs, going in this shape. And that's going to do it. And I know it's a little tight in space up here, but it's going to be fine. And now the interior is looking good. I don't want to, but I have to. You know what? We're just going to pile every single block in my inventory in one chest. And we'll organize them later. Well, I have all the items I own in these 4 chests, which is kind of sad if you think about it. But on the bright side, I have a cool house and a sheep that will be living here for a bit. Alright, we really got to bargain decorating our interior. Get it? Because of the sheep? Yeah. Bargain? Yeah? No? Maybe? For starters, I gotta finish these rows of chests. And this isn't a bad start. I have been very busy as I've been detailing the interior. If you enter the house, there's nothing new here, But that's not until you enter the kitchen, where we have shelves, barrels, smokers, and a blast furnace. I put our anvil and our stonecutter here, and we can store all of our foods and other goodies in our barrels. A fun detail, I put on these detector rails just to look like a little bit of an oven. More of an oven, I guess. I don't think I'm done detailing. Like, I want to put a painting here, but I really wanted to make it look a little overgrown. And, like, plants are kind of everywhere. And up here, I placed the bed, and there's nothing else up here yet. But what I really want to show you is out back here, I have dug out a little bit of a basement. And this is going to be where our enchantment room is. As you can tell, it still needs a lot more decorating and stuff, and I think I'm going to do that now. And no, I have not organized these chests at all yet. I'm kind of envisioning this with like a dungeon type vibe. So we're probably going to have a lot of moss along with our bricks. And to make it feel it's a little more wet down here, we can add some mossy cobblestone to make it look like water kind of seeped through the stone a bit. I like it. Now I just have to carry it around to all these walls. And now the basement is finished. And I did add a lantern to light it up a bit more. And I added like some cobblestone over here just to give it a little bit of difference instead of just being all stone brick. And I also built this stairway leading out of the basement. And for the walls, I just put in regular bricks, as maybe it's more clean up here, and the deeper you go down, the more wet it gets. Where I did just get the idea where I can break this, place in our stair, and waterlog it, and it looks like a little puddle of water is just sitting here, and maybe it leaked from the ceiling. Up top, I just added a railing around the trapdoors that lead you down to the basement. And I think it gives this backside of the house a little bit more detail. Where I think it's time to craft down all these books into bookshelves. Finally make our enchantment table. And now we can finally place our enchantment table. Is it level 30? It is not. Oh, talk about a mood killer. I thought it was 15 bookshelves. What about now? Yes. And let's see what we get out of our pickaxe. Efficiency 4. I think I'm gonna take that. Please be good. Oh, are you kidding me? Breaking 3 again. I'm breaking 3 again. Please? Okay, we're getting somewhere. Because what? We need mending and silk touch. Yeah, I'm gonna keep that. Now that we have an enchantment set up, I need to find a way to get XP. I don't want to do the classic zombie spawn or skeleton spawner, no. I want to do a different, and I've already seen some people do this before. I want to gain XP by farming silverfish, and you'll see what I mean in a bit. For this farm, we're going to be using infested potions. And with that, we have all the materials we're going to need. The material list was not bad at all. It actually took about 5 minutes to gather everything. This farm was designed by More Tanks, and I just wanted to say that for how simple and small this farm is, and how easy the material list is, this farm is incredibly good for early game, and in my opinion, is better than your average default zombie or skeleton farm. Alright, the farm is all built. All I have to do is put a zombie in this boat. Ooh, we have a zombie! He just came out of that cave. Alright, buddy, you gotta get in that boat. Don't walk in the fire. Perfect, he's in the boat. Oh. Perfect. You might need to be moved over a bit. That should do it. And now the only thing left is for me to get some armadillos. I only have 2 leads. 2 leads can carry 2 boats, and 2 boats can carry 4 armadillos. I want to get 6 armadillos. Alright, I've made it to the savannah. Where are the armadillos? There's cows. No armadillos. I see some. I see another one. Be my friend and put... Yes. Why won't he get in? Aha. This is going to be such a hard trip. Oh boy. Okay, we have all 4 of them. Let's go back home. We don't got this. We don't got this. They're not making it over that. Oh. They won't even budge. Move it. Why did I build my base on top of a hill? Get in there. Now he just stays there forever. You go in there as well. number 3, and number 4. Alright, I've made the decision that I'm gonna put myself into suffer to get 2 more of these guys. Hopefully this doesn't go as bad as the other one. Wait. Did I just see what I thought I saw? Another pink sheep? Wait a minute. This is insane. We literally saw one of these guys at the beginning of the episode. Alright, you get in the boat. No. Yes, you stay in there for now. Alright, where are my armadillos at? Where is an armadillo? Oh, there's one. Now get in the boat. Think you can escape from me? I think what we can do is just swim to our base. Not all the way, but close enough. And they're drowning. Of course they are. Why? Come on. I don't know why I didn't do this for the first time. This is so much more easier. Alright, we've made it. Somehow that didn't take as long, but we did have some slip-ups. And the final one going in. Before I use the farm, I think it's time we finally craft our first diamond sword. The click of this button, it should be going. Okay, we have the farm. Alright, what do we get on the sword? Sweeping edge 3? Oh, that was a bad decision. What can I get on this pickaxe? The exact same thing with this one. Fortune 3. Yes, please. I'm combining these 2 pickaxes. Boom and a bam. We taking it. All we need is mending on this guy and we're all set. But I'm afraid that's gonna do it for this episode. Please leave a like and subscribe, as this is my first episode on YouTube. So I love all the support. I'll see you guys next time.